Taking physical inventory. If you're going to do an inventory count like an annual inventory, or otherwise you need to count and adjust a large number of inventory items at once, you can use this process module. Take physical inventory. In this window, you'll be pulling a snapshot of your current inventory. You begin first by creating a template. You don't have to save the template, but you do have to name it. And you pick the location, and you select a part group. For auto glass, you have a few options here. Windshield and tempered can be grouped together, or you could do windshields by themselves or tempered by themselves, and NAGS hardware is its own group. So it works like this. You select the part group, then you come down here to this stock on hand area, and you decide whether you want to include items with negative counts, stock that equals 0, along with your positive stock. And then you click refresh item list, and you'll see all the items populate here. If you're going to do part group other, which is anything that's not auto glass or NAGS hardware, you then get to select via product categories. You can get very specific and drill down, or you can select them all quickly with this select all product categories checkbox. And you do the same thing. You make your stock on hand decisions right here. Click refresh item list, and from here you'll create the snapshot with the create snapshot button. If you excluded something that should have been in this list, you can add it by clicking this button and entering the exact part number. If you need to remove something from this list, select the appropriate checkbox and then click delete items from snapshot. You may find it helpful to see the current stock on hand according to your database, and you can do that by clicking this checkbox here. Okay, the snapshot is ready, so you can print the count sheets and begin your count. Now, users who do a full inventory have often found it useful to print the physical inventory report, which is found under Reporting, Reports, Physical Inventory Report, and they'll use this as a count sheet. Either way, you'll come back with your counts, and you will then enter the counts. And you can close the snapshot and come back to it. If I go to my active snapshots, so let's say I begin entering my counts. The next step is to click the button Show Difference. This will show you what adjustments will be made once the count is posted. See the adjustments here? If you need to recount certain items at this point, you can check the recount box next to the item and then print a count sheet specific to those. You may recall during the second video that I mentioned a setting in the IC configuration labeled Allow Partial Counts for Physical Inventory. So I'm going to go to my IC configuration, right down here, this checkbox here. Allow partial counts for physical inventory. If that setting is unchecked, you'll be prevented from posting this list if one of these recount checkboxes are checked for any of these parts. If that box is checked, like I just had it, it will ignore that and it will just post regardless of whether these are checked. Once you post, the change to the stock on hand will be adjusted accordingly, and it'll record in the transaction history. So I'm going to go to my transaction history report, run it for today. All these adjustments will post with adjustment reason physical inventory. And that can be a handy way to adjust the counts of a list of things in a quick fashion.